afternoon. I'm Shelley Stedman, and I'm excited to be here today to talk about my research proposal. I am proposing an assessment into the true root of delinquency and crime in America. The inspiration for this proposal comes from the book The Other Wes Moore. Wes opens the book up with the following quote: "The chilling truth is that his story could have been mine. The tragedy is that mine could have become his." He says that there were small fundamental differences in the lives of the two Wes Moores, and it made me wonder, what are these differences? And if we know them, can we address them to prevent crime at its root? The topic is revising crime reduction strategies in America. We will look at the problem statement and thesis that I address. I will look at the studies that link poverty to crime. We'll look at current crime reduction strategies, organizational behavior theories, as well as apply the research that I propose. Here you can see current crime prevention strategies. Not that any of these are bad, but alone they don't seem to be doing enough. I'm proposing a research into the lives of two different groups of people, looking at fundamental differences in those who become victims and those who become victors. The term victimhood and victorhood are used by Candace Owen in her book Blackout. As you can see here, crime is linked to poverty. It is not causation related, it is simply a link. Childhood poverty is costing over $1 trillion annually, and 40% of this estimate is attributed to crime. Costs of incarceration, costs of jury trials, costs of attorney fees, you name it. What isn't mentioned specifically is the cost to human dignity. The most notable cost is a disregard for this dignity, which was instilled in each of us by God our Creator, as seen in Genesis. Some of the organizational behavior concepts that I will look at are social learning theory, the idea that people learn their behavior from those around them in social settings. We'll also look at reinforcement theory, which talks about positive reinforcements and punishments, and talk about how those form decision-making tools in people. Intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation, looking at whether people are motivated by the task itself or by things like rewards, acceptance, praise. And then we'll look at hygienes and motivators and a concept called investing on people and investing in people. I will be using a mixed method, quasi-experimental, ethnographic approach for my study. There will also be subjective experiences from myself, the researcher, and I will be using the reporting protocol narrative. I will be analyzing case studies in two different groups of people: those who have overcome unfortunate circumstances and gone on to be successful, and those who have not, most notably those who have engaged in a life of crime. My main goal in the application for this research is to present the importance of putting the human at the center of any intervention we're doing in any social problem, but specifically here in crime. With a knowledge of the gaps between the two groups of people, what was missing in some and what was present in some, I hope to be able to create strategies or suggest strategies that may reach those differences so that there's not such a gap. The strategy involves an imitation of Christ, knowing his heart for those who suffer and for those who are sinners, and knowing that we must be local and in close proximity to the problem to be able to address it. Here you can see some of the resources that I used. This is not an exhaustive list. There are many more in the paper itself. I hope that you enjoy the research proposal, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Thank you.